Hey, and welcome to episode 6 of Dragon Age Origins. Last time we left off, we got betrayed by Loghain. Once we reached the tower, we notified his army that he could go into battle, but instead he decided to retreat and not go into the battle at all, which cost Duncan's and King Kalen's lives. They both died in that battle because Loghain didn't bother to come in. And once we lit the tower, we got overrun by Darkspawn, but thankfully, Morgan's mom here, Flemeth, who is apparently the Witch of the Wilds, decided to save us, and now we are trying to get our army together to fight this Blight. We ended up here in Lothering, and let's go in and see how everyone's doing. There's also like a conspiracy theory that we did it, like the Grey Wardens were behind this all, when in reality, we all know it's Loghain who did this.
Well, there it is. Lothering. Pretty as a painting.
Ah, so you have finally decided to rejoin us, have you? Falling on your blade in grief seemed like too much trouble, I take it.
Is my being upset so hard to understand? Have you never lost someone important to you? Just what would you do if your mother died?
Before or after I stopped laughing.
Right, very creepy. Forget I asked.
What did you want to talk about, Alistair?
His navel, I suspect. He certainly has been contemplating it for long enough.
Oh, I get it. This is the part where we're shocked to discover how you've never had a friend your entire life.
I can be friendly when I desire to. Alas, desiring to be more intelligent does not make it so.
Anyway, I thought we should talk about where we intend to go first.
You have some thoughts on that point, Alistair?
This should be good.
I think what Flemeth suggested is the best idea. These treaties, have you looked at them?
No, not yet.
There are three main groups that we have treaties for. The Dalish Elves, the Dwarves of Orzammar, and the Circle of Magi. I also still think that Arleman is our best bet for help. We might even want to go to him first.
Is there a way to contact the Grey Wardens?
Short of leaving for Eldon to seek them out, the only place to send word to would be Weishaupt Fortress. And that's thousands of miles away.
Then we need to find these people.
I can give you directions if you like.
Where do we find Arl Eamon?
He'll be at Castle Redcliffe, in the far western part of Ferelden, next to the mountain passes. If he isn't there, someone will be able to tell us where he is.
Where will we find the Dalish elves?
If we head eastward, towards the Brazilian forest, we should hear word of one of the clans that wanders that area. Hopefully they will still be there.
Where do we find the Circle of Magi?
That would be at their tower on Lake Carlinhard to the north. We'll be looking for the first enchanter, whoever that is.
I've been exiled from Orzammar. I can't go back there.
You're going to have to. I certainly wouldn't want to go there alone.
Why? Would it frighten you? Are you afraid of dark and sunken places?
I mean, you won't have any choice. You'll be there under Grey Warden business, and the dwarves will just have to see reason.
They certainly are renowned for an abundance of reason, 'tis true.
How do we get to Orzammar from here exactly?
You don't know where Orzammar is?
She doesn't know how to find it on the surface, fool. She has never been here before.
If you follow the west road around Carlinhard Lake into the mountains through Gerland's Pass, from there I expect you'd know the way.
Where would Loghain be exactly?
If he isn't out in the field with his army, he's probably going to be at the palace in Denerim. We can go to Denerim, but somehow I suspect that they're not going to let us just walk around. Only a suspicion, of course.
I don't need any more directions.
Then you have a plan.
What do you think we should do, Morrigan?
Go after your enemy directly. Find this man Loghain and kill him. The rest of this business with the treaties can then be done in safety.
Yes, he certainly wouldn't see that coming, and it's not like he has the advantage of an army and experience and...
I was asked for my opinion and I gave it. If your wish is to come up with reasons why something cannot be done, we will stand here until the Darkspawn are upon us.
They fight like siblings. Why are you leaving it up to me?
Well, I don't know where we should go. I'll do whatever you decide.
Now that is unsurprising.
Lehman is a good man, but I don't know for sure he's where we should go. I'm not going to fight about it.
I'm ready to get going.
Fair enough. Let's head into the village whenever you're ready.
Let's look around here a bit. Can we go here? I see there are refugees here. Perhaps we can speak with some of
I
them?
shall do it.
Please, we came here to get away from the fighting.
Fair enough.
As if we needed more fighting here. Don't you see how scared everyone is?
We were lucky. We had the coin to pay the toll to those bandits. Many didn't.
That's quite sad. Is this guy on
I'm
his own?
scared. When are we going home?
Let's look around here. There's a
We
farmer.
don't see many dwarves
Ooh.
in these parts. You here to trade?
I'm not a merchant. I'm a Grey Warden.
Then you'd best clear out. We're loyal to the king here, and word from the north is the Wardens betrayed King Cailan. Cairn Loghain has a bounty on any who survived.
Their Loghain betrayed the king, not us.
Cairn Loghain? Betray Merrick's boy? Bah, your story needs a bit of work.
I have some questions.
Can't promise I'm gonna answer them.
What's going on here?
What isn't? We got chastened barbarians in every farmholder south of Callanhard running from the Darkspawn. Not that they'll be safe here with the army gone.
Who's in charge of this village?
You could talk to the Elder, though she's got her hands full getting everyone on their way. For now, most folks go to Sir Bryant. He's head of the Chantry's Templars.
You don't have a ruling lord?
He's gone to war and taken all his soldiers, leaving us to fend for ourselves. There's not going to be much left when he returns, if he returns.
Were those bandits always outside the village?
Were? You mean they're gone?
Yes, I drove them off.
Well, goody for you. Now there's no one to drive off the blighted refugees. Sir Brian will be glad, though. He's been talking about offering a reward for anyone who'd run them out.
I should go.
Don't let me stop you.
So he's not happy about the refugees being here. Oh, there's a chicken. Let's get this elf fruit.
It shall be done.
There we go.
Stop
Let's see
looking
if
at
we
me,
can...
mongrel. I have nothing
Ooh.
you want.
No.
Why do you keep staring at me so, you flea-ridden beast? Can you not tell when you are not wanted? I enjoy company of creatures of the wild, not stench-ridden domesticated wolves. And he persists. Maddening!
Mother says we have to run before the bad men get here.
No. There's a lot of refugees here. There's also some
It is begun.
crates. Ooh, coin, nice.
I shall do it.
Here as well.
We were lucky. We had the coin to pay the toll to those bandits. Many didn't.
That's kind of fucked up
Please,
though.
we came here to get away from the fighting.
We're not here to costify it. There's more elf fruit in here, nice. Let's try to go a bit more up and see if we can talk with Sir Bryant.
You there. If you're looking for safe shelter, I'll warn you. There's none to be found. Move on if you can. Lothering's lost.
What do you mean?
We've had refugees streaming from the south for the last 2 days. The Chantry and Tavern are full to bursting. There simply isn't enough food to go around, and we Templars can barely keep order. You'd be better off elsewhere, my friend.
Can I ask a few questions?
I'm just out here to keep an eye out for Darkspawn. Please ask someone in town. No offense.
Is anyone in charge here?
The band has marched north with Tern Loghain, so Lothering's on its own. Most folks look to Elder Miriam. Otherwise, you could speak to Sir Bryant in the Chantry, I suppose. It's up to you.
Elder Miriam? I wonder who that is. Also, I leveled up, I just noticed. Oh, what should I put my strength in? I think I'll just put it all in strength for now. Or perhaps... No, yeah, I'll just do it like this. There we go. Ooh, and I can put some in expert coercion. So the character is exceptionally influential and can compel all but the most strong-willed individuals. There we go. And then here, can I put anything here yet? Do I have this? Yeah, I have that already. Doesn't look like I can yet. Ah, for this one I need expert combat training. Where do I get that? Exactly. Not from here at least. Oh. I wonder about that. How do I get that? Oh, maybe from the skills. Ah, okay. Should I perhaps then not get a point in this and put it in here? I think I'll just keep the coercion and perhaps I can put some points in here. So I can do threaten, which the warrior adapts a challenging posture that increases enemy hostility with each melee attack, drawing them away from other allies while this mode is active. And then also precise striking, which the warrior tries to make each attack count, sacrificing attack speed for a bonus attack, as well as an increased chance to score critical hits as long as this mode is active. I'll go with precise for now. There we go. Can you talk with more people
we
here?
needed more fighting here.
Yeah,
Don't you
no.
see how scared everyone is?
Looks like they're saying the same thing. There's a doggy here. Can we interact with it? No.
Mother, where are
There's a robbed woman.
Greetings to you, milady. If it isn't too much to ask, might you be able to spare some bread?
What happened to you?
We thought it would be safer in Lothering, that the Terran would bring his soldiers here. But bandits attacked us and took everything. Our food, our clothes, my daughter's pet lamb. Nobody cares about a few elves. Can you help us?
I met those bandits. They're dead now.
You killed them?
That's wonderful news. Perhaps our belongings are still there.
I can't thank you enough, friend. Even if we don't get everything back, it's good to know others will be safe.
I'm glad we could help them. If this wouldn't have helped, I would have given the money or bread, whatever they wanted. There's a crate here as well. Got a flask and golden scythe. Ooh. There we go.
I'm cold. I don't like this.
No.
Have you seen my mother?
You poor thing. Did you and your mother get separated?
Some mean men with swords came, and Mother told me to run to the village as fast as I could, so I did. She said she'd be right behind me, but I've been waiting and waiting and I can't see her.
No. Do you know where your father is?
He went with William to the neighbours yesterday, but he didn't come back.
Come with me. I'll help you look for your mother.
Mother said I wasn't to go with anyone. I'm supposed to wait for her here, in the village.
Go to the chantry, child. Someone will look after you.
I will, but only if I don't find Mother first. So, you're a dwarf, aren't you?
Did my height give me away?
Father says dwarves are really greedy, but you're not greedy at all. Thank you for helping me.
No. Glad we could help the boy.
As you say.
Perhaps we can look for his mother for him. There we go. There's some stuff here as well.
It shall be done.
Back off. I have the right to charge what I wish.
You profit from their misfortune. I should have the Templars give away everything in your carts.
You wouldn't dare. Any of you step too close to my goods and I'll...
It's so nice to see everyone working together in a crisis. Warms the heart.
Oh, you there. You look able. Would you care to make a tiny profit helping a beleaguered businessman?
Is your profiteering ruffling some feathers?
You could say that, yes.
The nerve of these people!
He is charging outlandish prices for things people desperately need. Their blood is filling his pockets.
'Tis only survival of the fittest. All of these cretins would do the same in his shoes, given the chance.
I have limited supplies. The people decide what those supplies are worth to them.
You bought most of your wares from these very people last week. Now they flee for their lives, and you want to talk business?
Look, stranger, I've 100 silvers if you drive this rabble off, starting with that priest. I'm an honest merchant, nothing more.
You don't think you're being unscrupulous?
Would it help these folks if they could buy no goods at all?
They spend their very last coin because they are desperate, and this man preys upon them as surely as the bandits outside the city.
Ah, I'm not arguing anymore. Drive off this woman and get your 100 silvers. Otherwise, I'm taking my wagon and leaving.
I think you can compromise and still make a profit, no?
Perhaps. If that woman agrees I'm allowed to charge something.
Do what you must, so long as the prices do not beggar the needy.
Fine, fine, done. And since you don't look too needy, normal prices for you.
So, we have come to solve every squabble in the village personally. My, but the Darkspawn will be impressed.
Thank you for your generous assistance. May the Maker watch over your path.
Ooh, Morrigan disapproves with that a lot. Oh, let's open this up. Ah, didn't open. There we go. We got Malachi. We got the dog.
I shall do it.
And a leather helm in here. Can we talk with anyone here?
Chantry board. Yes, let us run errands for the betterment of mankind as
Ooh.
well as a few coppers.
Let's look at it.
As you say.
We have bandits everywhere. As transcribed on behalf of Sir Brian, Templars and Defender of Faith, know that all those who prey upon refugees do so under pain of death. The Maker spurns bandits and their kind. The Templars offer a sizable reward for the apprehension or execution of the bandit leaders plying their trade in the northern wood and roads. Beware, the bandits are numerous and of considerable skill. Only a well-armed and well-trained party should brave the deep wood. We pray for the success of any who undertake this mission. Residents of good standing and passing travelers have indicated there are 3 bandit groups in the northern wood. This humble chanter would echo Sir Brian's caution, lest you wind up another victim to those evil men. The reward for such service is 3 sovereigns. May the Maker look after his children in our honor of need. We can do that. Ooh, there's someone shouting there. There's also Chanter Devons. Can we talk with him?
And Eileen spoke unto the masses, My hearth is yours, my bread is yours, my life is yours. For all who walk in the sight of the Maker are one.
And who are you exactly? What? You don't talk much, do you?
Let all repeat the chant of light. Only the word dispels the darkness upon us.
He can't answer you. He's Chanter Devons.
What's a chanter?
One of them that can only say the chant of light. His board has letters of good deeds to be doing. My father fixed Widow Allison's roof once, and the charter paid him, he did.
A learned child is a blessing upon his parents and unto the Maker.
It's like a vow of silence then? He can't talk normally?
Unless it's the chant of light, no.
And so Rajmael in the heathen temple recanted. Speak only the word, sing only the chant, then the golden city is thine, spoke Andraste.
A chanter says what?
What?
Nah.
Speak.
What hath man's sin wrought?
Oh, he cheated.
Have anything of interest on the board?
Blessed are the peacekeepers, champions of the just.
Your king is dead. There is no hope.
Anything new? No. Let's see what this guy is spouting
The
about.
legions of evil are on your doorstep. They will feast upon our hearts. There is nowhere to run. This evil will cover the world like a plague of locusts.
Please, you're scaring the children.
Better to slit their throats now than let them suffer at darkspawn hands. There!
What?
One of their minions is already amongst us. This woman bears their evil stench. Can you not see the vile blackness that fills her?
Why don't you keep your voice down?
I watch the Black Horde descend on my people. I will not be silent.
Please stop. Somebody shut his mouth.
But isn't he right? The ban left us. We're going to die.
This minion is but the first of those who will destroy us.
You poor man. What happened to you?
My family. My clan. Those creatures butchered them all. Some of us fled here, but we cannot escape the darkspawn.
It must have been horrible. How did you escape?
I ran, hearing my wife's screams as they dragged her off. She had hair the same color as yours.
You are not honoring her death by acting like this.
Are you calling me a coward?
I'm calling you an idiot. Listen to yourself for a moment.
I have shamed my ancestors, but the blackness will come.
He was right, wasn't he? There's no hope for us.
There's always hope. Muster your courage.
You're right. We can't give up.
But we can't fight. What are we supposed to do?
We can't lie down and die either. We must go north to Denerim. Your king is dead! There is no hope!
He's still screaming even though he's not here. Let's get this. There's a pile of sacks. Nice. Can we talk with this Templar?
Maybe with that blasted chastened gone, my headache will go as well.
Oh, that was a chastened? Interesting. Can we talk with this guy, Sir Marin?
If you seek refuge in the Chantry, there's simply no room left.
You are closed?
We turn none aside, but we simply don't have room for anyone to sleep. I know it's not something many dwarves do, but if you wish to offer devotion to the Maker, you may enter.
Who is in charge of this chantry?
The revered mother runs the Chantry itself, and Sir Bryant heads the Templars stationed here.
Did you know there were bandits on the highway?
Were? Did you drive them off? Well, Sir Bryant will appreciate that.
Have you heard any news?
Not since Loghain passed by with his army. It's a shame about the king. But with the Darkspawn coming, few can think of anything else.
Goodbye.
Maker watch over you.
Okay, let's go talk then with the Sir Bryant and see what's going on exactly. How we can help them out, perhaps here. There's a bunch of refugees here as well.
No sign of the main horde. We are the only hope of protection this village has now, and I will not abandon them. That is all. May the Maker have mercy on us.
Is this Sir Bryant? Yes, let's talk with him.
Yes, my lady? Who might you be?
Ooh, should we mention that we are Grey Wardens? Because of the thing that Loghain did to catch every Grey Warden that is out there? Or should we just be like, oh, this is my name? You know what? I'm not scared. I am the Grey Warden Amethyst.
I see. I am Sir Bryant, commander of the Lothering Templars. Loghain declared all Grey Wardens traitors responsible for the king's death. You know this, I hope.
The Grey Wardens did no such thing.
I don't believe the Grey Wardens would be as careless or malicious as the Tern claims. But either way, there it is. It is best you not linger, though. Just in case.
Fair enough. Are you in charge here?
The revered mother leads this flock. I merely command her Templars. Normally, our role is to protect the Chantry and seek out unsanctioned magic. For now, it is all we can do to protect the innocent.
Where would I find the revered mother?
In her study, no doubt, preparing what she will take when we eventually evacuate.
Are you the only protection this village has?
Our ban was summoned by Loghain, and he took his soldiers north with him. Lothering has been abandoned.
How do Templars fight against magic?
We have more than swords at our disposal. We're taught to dispel unholy magics as well. If only our powers work to keep away the Darkspawn. Alas, it is not so.
Tell me about something else.
If the matter is important, certainly.
Have you heard any recent news?
Other than the Darkspawn horde bearing down on us, none of it is good. Loghain is set to declare himself king, I hear. Disaster piled on disaster.
King Kaelin had no heir?
None that we know of. Loghain has no legitimate claim on the throne. He may be a hero, and his daughter may be queen, but he is a commoner, and the king's corpse is barely cold. If Arl Eamon was able to intervene, perhaps it would not have gone this far. I do not care who takes the throne. Only fools fight over who owns a cottage while it burns down around them.
What's wrong with Arl Eamon?
Arl Eamon has fallen ill. and his
What?
knights are on a quest for the sacred urn filled with Andraste's ashes, said to cure any malady. He must be very ill if they chase miracles as the only cure. One of the Arl's knights, Sir Donal, is here searching for fantasies while... Never mind. Ask him if you care about this foolishness.
Things seem very dire in the village.
They are. With the ban having taken his men north, the village is left to its fate. We will evacuate as many as we can before the horde reaches us. I will stay as long as I am needed. Now, unless there's something else you need.
Is there any other help you can offer?
I cannot openly help you, I fear, but... Here, take this key.
Ooh.
It opens the large cabinet on the far wall. There is more there than we can carry when we evacuate, so take what you need.
Nice. About those bandits outside the village.
Maker's breath, how many times must we drive them off?
They won't bother you again. I killed them.
All of them? By yourself?
It's true. I saw it from my post. It was over so fast we didn't even have time to get over there.
Sad that it needed to come to that. But then they asked for it. Will you accept a small reward for your service?
Perhaps I could keep an eye out for trouble for the right pay.
I wish I could afford such help, to be truthful. Take your reward, at any rate. It is all I have to offer. If it interests you, there is a Chanter's board outside full of quests that need doing. The Chanters even offer pay for some of them. Now, unless there's something else you need.
I need some information.
If the matter is important, certainly.
Did we ask this already? I think so.
Only if you're interested in the business of mages.
I am. Tell me.
I have heard word that the Templars who watch over the Circle of Magi's tower have called for the rite of annulment. Hopefully I've heard wrong.
Why? What is the rite of annulment?
If the rite of annulment is invoked, the tower and every living soul within will be destroyed.
We need the Circle's help. We should go and find out what's happening.
To have such a call when mages are needed to fight the Darkspawn, something terrible must have happened. I have nothing else to tell you. The only news I care about is the approaching horde.
I have nothing else to ask.
Now, unless there's something else you need.
I should go.
Travel safely, and may the Maker watch over you.
Nice. Perhaps we can look around. Oh, there's a book here. Nice, we got a codex about the first Blight, chapter 1. Sir Donal?
Who?
Perhaps we can talk with him?
I beg your pardon. I did not see you approach.
Sir Donal? Is that you?
Alistair? By the Maker, how
they
are
know
you?
each other?
I was certain you were dead.
Not yet. No thanks to turn Loghain.
If Arl Eamon were well, he'd set Loghain straight soon enough.
So you're here looking for the Urn of Sacred Ashes, then?
I am indeed. Andraste's ashes are said to cure any illness. But I fear we are chasing a fable. With each day, my hope dims.
Tell me more about this urn of sacred ashes.
Supposedly, the urn contains the ashes of the prophetess Andraste. Surely you know all this.
We dwarves don't learn much about your religion.
If you're truly interested, there are books here containing a great deal of lore. Nothing I have found leads me to believe that this was anything more than a quest of desperation. I intend to return to Redcliffe soon and tell the Arlessa exactly that, once Sir Henrik arrives.
Ooh. Your friend Sir Henrik is dead. I have something of his.
What? And you have his locket? And a note? Maker's mercy. Thank you for giving me these. I would never have known otherwise.
I'm sorry about your friend.
Thank you. I wonder how many of us have met similar fates on this mad quest.
So your quest for the ashes brought you here?
I expected to take advantage of the Chantry's library, in fact, but my skills are better suited to battle than chasing down tales.
I was hoping to meet Arl Eamon, in fact.
Why is that, if I may ask?
We need his help against Loghain.
I see. The Arl is a popular man, it's true. Loghain, however, is a hero throughout Ferelden. Whatever the Tern has done or not done, the Arl remains ill, or worse. That is my primary concern.
Do you think Loghain is involved with the Arl's illness?
The Arl fell ill before the king died. But what if Loghain planned that too? Oh, such thoughts do not sit well with me.
We should see what's happening in Redcliffe ourselves. I believe that now more than ever.
If nothing else, I am certain you would be welcomed at Castle Redcliffe. The Arlessa is there, and she could tell you more than I could.
Shouldn't you be fleeing the Darkspawn?
My mission takes priority. But I fear I shall be returning to Redcliffe with nothing to show for my efforts.
I should go.
With Henrik gone, I need to return to Redcliffe. Perhaps later I will seek out the scholar his note mentions. But I must go. Thank you again, my lady. You have been most helpful.
You're welcome. Again, I'm sorry about his friend. But at least we took care of the band-aids for him. So this is the Chantry.
Let those who cry out from the shadows be comforted. Let those who seek redemption be delivered. Let those who have sinned be forgiven.
Is this only a human religion, or do the elves also believe this? Because as far as I know, the dwarves don't follow this. They have the stone. Here we got a Brint symbol of Andraste. Oh. Is there anything else here?
And then shall the chant of light make it pure. Let all mankind be humbled.
There's something here for us. Ooh, we got a health poultice and a lesser health poultice. We needed that. Ah, the Revered Mother is here. There's also a book. Let's get this so we can get more codexes. There you go. And we can read it in a bit, perhaps. Let's talk with the Revered Mother first, though.
Will you be making a donation to the Chantry, my friend? You look like you have salvaged more of value than most who make it here.
Who are you?
I am the revered mother of this Chantry. Traditionally, those who seek my blessing tithe first.
What tithe is acceptable?
Might I suggest 30 silver?
Ooh, we can be like, I only have 10. Very well. 30 silver it is.
Thank you, dear woman. What can I do for you then?
I'm a Grey Warden. I need your help.
A Grey Warden? Here? Oh dear. You put me in a difficult position. You must know that Loghain declared the Grey Wardens to be outlaws.
So I've heard, but it is Loghain who betrayed the king.
Loghain? That is as hard for me to believe as his condemnation of the Wardens. There is a price on your head. Lay low, and I promise to keep your presence a secret. That is the best I can do. Now, if there is nothing else?
Can you provide any help to the Grey Wardens at all?
I cannot help you without risking the safety of this village and Chantry. The best I can do is keep your presence a secret. I am sorry. Now, if there is nothing else?
So she can't do anything? I wasted 30 silver for that. Maybe I was hoping to receive your blessing?
For a Grey Warden? Yes. You have a difficult road to walk, don't you? In Andraste's name, I call upon the Maker to watch over his child and creation. Watch over her path, O Maker. Give her light in darkness. So let it be. Now, if there is nothing else...
Perhaps I should go then.
May the Maker guard you, Grey Warden.
Perhaps we can look around the village a bit more. We can look in a bit and see what our journal has to say once we're out here. Here we go. Okay, let's see. Lothering. The Chanter's Board. Help the Chanter. You came across a Chanter's Board in Lothering. Chanter Devons is in charge of the board, which he fills with the village's request for help. Perhaps you'll be able to help the village with some of its troubles. There is a notice on the Chanter's Board about bandit groups lurking north of Lothering. There are 3 groups in all, and they must be eradicated. We can take care of that. Also, let's look at some of the codexes that we have here. I think last time we left off with characters, so let's look at books and songs. So we have Adventures of the Black Fox. Born Lord Remy Fascal in 863, Blessed, the Black Fox was a dashing thief and a rogue who went on to inspire so many tales of his exploits that it is nearly impossible to determine today which are true and which are merely fabricated legend. Despite coming from nobility, he has become something of a hero of the common people. His initial exploits involve ridiculing the tyrannical and powerful Lord of Val Javin. Wearing a mask, he would appear in public and disrupt the Lord's plans to the point that the Lord angrily put a huge bounty on the life of this cunning fox. The origin of the nickname which stuck, that the primary bounty hunter who took the job, Carolus, ended up becoming Remy's lifelong partner in crime, only after nearly killing him several times, is one of the most popular tales told in taverns today. The story is often exaggerated to make Remy appear initially buffoonish, until Carolus becomes so furious at the Black Fox's inexplicable ability to survive that the cunning Remy gains the upper hand, which impresses Carolus so much that the bounty hunter joins him. After years of terrorizing the Lord's men and fouling his tax collectors, a favorite pastime of Remy's according to the Orlesian commoners, Remy was supposedly betrayed by his lover Cervena de Montfort, in some versions of the tale a mage of the circle no less, and captured. After more than a year of torture, Remy was rescued from prison by his compatriots, including a repentant Cervena, and together they escaped Orlais. In this period of Remy's adventures, he appears almost everywhere in Thedas. As his legends grew, more innkeepers and merchants were happy to claim that the Black Fox had visited their village or establishment and preferred some legendary feat. If the tales are to be believed, Remy led the Lord's men on a merry chase. He became embroiled in political intrigue. In Navarra, was hunted by the crows of Antiva, and then kidnapped by a powerful mage in the winter. In each situation, Remy escaped death at the very last moment, foiled the evildoer, and improved life for the poor and downtrodden. Then, inevitably, he rejoined his band of adventurers and moved on to the next land. His companions Corallus and Servana, the wise dwarf Bolek, and the tempestuous knight Sir Clementus have each spawned their own individual legends over the years. The stories all agree that at some point the Black Fox disappeared. He and his fellow adventurers voyaged into the heart of the Arlafon forest seeking the sunken city of the elves and never returned. Many more are the tales that expand on what ultimately happened to them in that forest and postulate on how they could someday be rescued. From The Adventures of the Black Fox by Gaston Gerald in 911 Dragon. So this happened almost like 100 years ago, or like a few hundred years ago, I'm guessing. So what I'm understanding is like the 8th is like the century, and then 63 is the year this happened in. So we are now in the 9th century, and this was written in the 11th year of that century. That's interesting. And then we have the history of the Chantry, chapter 1. The first blight devastated the Vinter Imperium. Not only had the Darkspawn ravaged the countryside, but the Vinter citizens had to face the fact that their own gods had turned against them. Dumat, the old god once known as the Dragon of Silence, had risen to silence the world. And despite the friend-sized pleas for help, the other gods did nothing. The people of the Imperium began to question their faith, murdering priests and burning temples to punish their gods for not returning to help. In those days, even after the devastation of the First Blight, the Imperium stretched across the known world. Fringed with barbarian tribes, the Imperium was well prepared for invasions and attacks from without. Fitting then that the story of its downfall begins from within. The people of the far northern and eastern reaches of the Imperium rose up against their powerful overlords in the rebellion. The Devinter Magisters summoned demons to put down small rebellions, leaving corpses to burn as examples to all who would dare revolt. The Imperium began to tear itself apart from within. Throngs of angry and disillusioned citizens doing what centuries of opposing armies could not. But the Magisters were confident in their power, and they could not imagine surviving a blight only to be destroyed by their own subjects. Even after the blight, the Vinter commanded an army larger than that of any organized nation in Thedas. But that army was scattered and its morale dwindling. The ruin of the Vinter was such that the Alamari barbarians, who had spread their clans and holds over the wilderness of the Ferelden Valley and the far southeast edge of the Imperium, saw weakness in their enemy, and after an age of oppression embarked on a campaign not only to free their own lands, but to bring down the mighty Tevinter as well. The leader of that blessed campaign were the great barbarian warlord Meferath and his wife Andraste. Their dreams and ambitions would change the world forever. So Andraste was a real being before, like the Maker is? Was the Maker ever seen anywhere before? This was from Tales of Destruction of Thedas by Brother Genefidi of the Chantry Scholar. I wonder what happened to Andraste then. And then we have a very chilled and moist book. Much of this is illegible. Day 42. I began to suspect that we are being manipulated, as if by some unseen hand far above us. Always I heard the sound of clicking. Click, 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 click. What? Several pages are missing and much of the ink on the remaining page has run together. And then told him I wouldn't take any cheese unless it came directly from the revered mother's hand. Mud or something similar has soaked on the pages here. Day 115. My mother told me I was special. I never knew how right she was. The ink has smeared horribly. It was Usaris. I swear it. It looked just like the carving in the owl's drawing room. I sent it to the circle to verify, but I haven't heard. From a very chewed and moist book. I wonder what it's about. It looks like it's a journal of someone. And then we have the first Blight, chapter 1. Thedas is a land of fierce diversity, from the assassin princess of Antifa to the faded griffins of the Andervales. But in my travels, I have found one tale that unites the people of this land. It is a story of pride and damnation, and although the telling differs, the essence of the tale remains the same. At the height of its power, the Devinter Imperium stretched over much of Thedas, uniting the known world under the rule of the tyrannical Magisters. It is said that the old gods whom the Magister worshipped gave them the knowledge of blood magic, and the Magisters used this forbidden power to cement their rule. The blood of elven slaves and human alike ran down imperial altars to fuel Magister greed. The tales of their excesses so horrifying that one can only be grateful that blood magic is prohibited today. But all that stand must eventually fall. Perhaps they foresaw their ruin, or perhaps their pride knew no bounds. But whatever the reason, Magisters dared up to open a magical portal into the Golden City at the heart of the Fate. They sought to usurp the Maker's throne, long left unattended in the Golden City after the Maker turned his back on his creations. They would storm heaven itself with their power and become as gods. This is what the Chantry, in its oft-exercised tendency to understate, refers to as a second sin. According to most versions of the tale, the Magisters did indeed reach the Golden City and walk into the home of the Maker, where no living being before them had dared or been able to tread. But humanity is not meant to walk in heaven. The Magisters were wicked with pride and other sins, and their presence tainted the Golden City. What once was perfect, holy citadel became a twisted home of darkness and nightmares. The Magisters were expelled back through their gateway and cursed for their treachery. As the Golden City had been tainted, so were the Magisters twisted and transformed into things of darkness. The very first of the Darkspawn, the Golden City, once a shiny beacon at the heart of the Fate, became the Black City, a reminder of all that man's pride has caused. From Tales of Destructions of Thedas by Brother Genetivi, the Chantry Scholar. So there was actually a Golden City in the Fade, and these Magisters were trying to get to it, but it was said that no one was supposed to reach it. And once they did, it turned black, and they were sent back to where they came from and became twisted. I wonder how that exactly came to be. And then we have Trian's journal. I think we did this, yeah. Then we have notes. We have a note from Sir Henrik. The guy Sir Donald was trying to meet up with. So many of my fellow knights have been searching for the urn. Surely one of them must have found Brother Genetivi by now. Still, until I hear that all is well, I must proceed as planned. Brother Genetivi holds the key to finding the urn of sacred ashes. We always knew this, but I believe I now know where Brother Genetivi lies. I have been to his home in Denerim and found the trail, and I am amazed that other knights have not done likewise. Unless they have? No, it's best not to get caught up in thoughts of conspiracy. Sir Donald awaits my report in Lothering. I must go to him immediately and report what I have learned. Should anyone find these ramblings, all I ask is that he be informed of my fate. I pray that he complete what I cannot. A note from Sir Hendrik of Redcliffe. I'm glad that we were capable of giving this to him then. And then we have got some controls. We got party approval. One of your party members has begun to genuinely like you and respect your leadership. As you improve your relations with party members, head back to camp to speak with them. They'll be much more willing to open up when they don't have to worry about death around every corner, and you'll need to talk to them more. If you want to continue to improve your relationship, you can track members' approval ratings using the orange bar at the bottom of the character record. Ooh, so we can see that there. Okay. Then we have the job boards, which several organizations in Ferelden maintain job boards like this one. Once you have completed a task, speak to the organization representative to receive your reward. Injuries. One of your party members has fallen in combat. He or she has now sustained an injury. These injuries cause penalties that can only be cured with an injury kit or certain high-level spells. The injury is indicated by the small red icon that you can see above the quick bar when you have the injured character selected or in the character record. Yeah, I think I saw that. And you give them an injury kit so it heals up. And then we have the health poultices. I got that. I know what that does. Crafting. The herbalism, poison making, and trap making skills allow you to mix potions, concoct poison, or assemble traps. Left clicking on the icon for the first rank of any of these skills will open a crafting window that displays your current recipes and ingredients. You can buy new recipes and ingredients in stores or find them by exploring the lands. I think the mage who we met up in the tower had that. And then we have gifts. You have found a gift. You can give it to one of your party members by opening the inventory screen, switching to the party member, then right-clicking on the item and selecting gift from the radial menu. Each party member has a favorite type of gift, and certain items are so precious to a particular character that others will refuse the gift outright. Your camp is a great place to give gifts because party members are sometimes reluctant to talk about themselves on the open road. And then we have also friendly fire, which I noticed as well. And we have the world map. You have just opened the world map. It details major locations of interest around the kingdom of Ferelden. You can use the world map to travel to various locations, although some are not available until you meet certain criteria, of course. And then we have crest related. A pinch of ashes, torn from a book on local myths and legends. The Kakari Wilds are rife with legend and myths that have amazed and confounded scholars since the fall of Ostagar in ancient times. One such mystery lies beyond the tale of Astia and Nebunar, two young lovers who lived in Ostagar. The legend says that Astia grew up in company of Gesarath, a spirit of the earth bound to an overhang on the bank of a lake in the Kakari Wilds. Gesarath began to fancy her, and they spent much of their days together, talking and laughing over the years. However, Astia became a woman and began to seek the company of men. When Astia met Nubanar, the two fell in love, and Astia hoped to bring her lover to see her spirit friend. But the spirit, angered and jealous, bade her be gone. Gesarath told her that she would never see it again until she brought her lover's ashes and sprinkled them over the spot. Oh, that's what we did when we were in the Kakari Wilds. I see. Astia was horrified and she fled from the enraged spirit, but she began to miss Gesarath. And on the day Nubanar asked her to marry him, she cut her beloved throat, burned him, and brought his ashes to Gesarath, knowing that their marriage would forever sever her ties to her dear spirit friend. There are legends among the chastened that Gesarath still haunts the lake, and that those who sprinkled the ashes of the deceased over the right spot can summon the spirit in memory of the contract with its beloved Astia. Gesarath will grant a single wish and then vanish, never to be heard from again. Well, that's not really true. We got attacked by it. A note is scribbled in the margin beneath the page. Marcus, I think this is real. If you take the ashes I gave you and scatter them over the pile of rocks on an overhang overlooking the half-sunken Vinterdome, maybe Gazareth will appear and give you a wish. If the battle takes you there, I think it is worth a try. I think that's enough for now. So let's take a look around the village here a bit and see what's going on. There's a quest
I have a
here.
wonder, Alistair, if you will indulge me.
Do I have a choice?
Of the two of you that remain, are you not the senior Grey Warden here? I find it curious that you allow another to lead while you follow.
You find that curious, do you?
In fact, you defer to a new recruit. Is this the policy of the Grey Wardens, or simply a personal one?
What do you want to hear? That I prefer to follow? I do.
You sound so very defensive.
Wouldn't you crawl into a bush somewhere and die? That would be great, thanks.
There's so much like siblings fighting. Ah, there's a few quests here. Perhaps we could go and talk with them?
Hello, stranger. I don't suppose you know anyone that can make traps?
What do you need traps for?
Old man Barlin said that Darkspawn may be coming soon. He's got traps on his farm. I figured I'd put a few on my lands. Barlin wants to poison his traps. I just want normal traps.
Balin has poison traps on his land?
Oh, he doesn't have any poison yet, thank the Maker. So his fields are just full of traps. He can be a bit eccentric.
Who's Barlin? Sorry, I can't make traps.
I didn't mean to bother you. Sorry.
It's okay. Perhaps
As you say.
we can learn how to make them? What's this? Is this a bar, perhaps? Ooh, they're gossiping here.
I heard that he may have had something to do with the king's death.
But I thought Darkspawn killed the king. That doesn't make any sense.
It's probably political nonsense. We'll be lucky if they don't burn down the entire country fighting over the throne.
I saw there was a wooden crate here as well. We'll just get this. And then we can go ahead. And perhaps go in here.
Well,
I wonder what it is.
Look what
Oh.
we have here, men. I think we've just been blessed.
Uh-oh. Loghain's men.
Ooh.
This can't be good.
Didn't we spend all morning asking about a dwarf by this very description? And everyone said they hadn't seen one.
It seems we were lied to.
Gentlemen,
We only just came
surely
here.
There's no need for trouble. These are no doubt simply more poor souls seeking refuge.
They're more than that. Now stay out of our way, sister. You protect these traitors, you'll get the same as them.
What makes you think we are traitors?
Tern Loghain claims the Grey Wardens betrayed the king. Or haven't you heard?
Enough talk! Take the warden into custody. Kill this sister and anyone else that gets in your way.
Right, let's make this quick.
We must
not. Here we go. Okay, we can target this dude, then we can do mighty blow, and perhaps we can do this. And then Alistair, you can go ahead and target this nice man. And do shield bash, perhaps. And let's do shield defense as well. Morrigan, let's get you back here. There we go. And the dog can target this dude. And perhaps we can do charge. There we go. Okay. Morrigan is here. And now we can go ahead and target this dude. And we can... let's activate that for now.
Try to be mad.
There we go. And then we can do drain life.
Full.
There we go. We can do Pommel Strike and Alistair. He already used the other one. That's okay.
You shall pay! Enough!
There we go.
Come and get it!
Now we can target this dude. And Morrigan. Perhaps you can do the Hex. Alistair is still loading up with the rest of his power. Let's do Pommel Strike. There we go. Okay, Alistair. Still waiting a bit. I can perhaps do Lightning. There we go.
We surrender.
Good.
Ooh.
They've learned their lesson and we can all stop fighting now.
The Grey Wardens didn't betray King Kaelin. Loghain did.
I was there. The Tern pulled us out of a trap.
The Terran left the king to die.
The Wardens led the king to his death. The Tern could do nothing.
Take a message to Loghain.
What do you want to tell him?
The Grey Wardens know what really happened.
I'll tell him. Right away, now. Thank you.
I apologize for interfering, but I couldn't just sit by and not help.
I appreciate what you tried to do.
I am glad you found it in your heart to offer those men mercy. Let me introduce myself. I am Leliana, one of the lay sisters of the Chantry here in Lothering. Oh, I was.
I am Amethyst, a pleasure.
Those men said you're a Grey Warden. You will be battling the Darkspawn, yes? That is what Grey Wardens do. I know after what happened you will need all the help you can get. That's why I'm coming along.
I will need help, that's true.
That and the Maker wants me to go with you.
Can you elaborate?
I know that sounds absolutely insane, but it's true. I had a dream. A vision.
More crazy? I thought we were all full up.
Look at the people here. They are lost in their despair, and this darkness, this chaos, will spread. The Maker doesn't want this. What you do, what you are meant to do, is the Maker's work. Let me help.
Very well, I will not turn away help when it's offered.
Perhaps your skull was cracked worse than Mother thought.
Thank you. I appreciate being given this chance. I will not let you down.
Ooh, so we got a new party member. Leliana, who is a rogue. So we have 2 warriors, me and Alistair. We have a war dog, Malachite. Morrigan, who is a mage, and Leliana, who's a rogue. Perhaps we can do it like this. There we go. And here is where my other mod comes into play. If you remember in the beginning of the very first episode, I told you guys that I had a few mods going on. And this is one of them, where I will always have the dog with us in our party. There you go. Got this stuff. Ah, this is Brawling, the dude where the woman was talking about who had poison traps in his lands. Let's see if we can talk with some of these people
As
here.
I live and breathe, you're the Grey Warden everyone's been talking about.
Is there something I can do for you?
I represent the Blackstone Irregulars. We're a mercenary company that fell on hard times after the war with Orlais. I'm sure you know that times are getting worse every day. With your help, the Irregulars could be of use to Ferelden once more.
How can I be of service?
Our leaders thought you might be willing to help. Each of our posts in Ferelden will contain letters addressed to you. Unlike most who work with us, you're getting letters straight from Raelnor and Tauran, our leaders. I hope this tells you how highly the Irregulars regard the Grey Wardens.
I'll take a look.
Thank you. When you've completed a mission, just return to me or any of our members stationed at an Irregulars post. We'll make sure your efforts are rewarded. Maker's blessings light your path.
So we got the letter from the Irregulars. We can read that up in a bit, I think. Is there anyone up here that we can talk with? There's a bard.
Sorry, I don't know any dwarven songs. I just play what the innkeep asks.
Fair enough. Let's talk with Barlin then.
You're here about food. Take it up with that bleeding runt by the chantry. I got other gear to sell.
You're out of food?
Whole mess of refugees come in and leave near every night. All have hungry bellies, sad tales, and mementos for barter. I sold that bleeding merchant outside about half my larder 2 weeks back, and now he's charging outrageous sums for all my food.
Don't worry about him. I took care of it.
You did? Well, I don't know what to say to that. Thanks.
Can you show me what you got? Ooh, okay, so we got a few stuff that we perhaps can buy from here. Got ale, ooh, which is a gift. And so is this a golden rope necklace. We can get this. And perhaps that as well. So we have at least a few gifts. And then we also have a shiny gold ring. Sure. Is there anything else perhaps that we need? We have quite a few health poultices already. And we have 6 injury kits. We got lyrium potions, which I need to equip for morrigan, I believe. Okay. We have a mild cure. Or mild lure, I should say. Not cure. It's a recipe, but I need improved herbalism for that. Perhaps Morrigan has that? How much is it? It's quite a lot. Well, it says here it's 97 and 50, but here it says it sells for 18.75. Let's see. There we go. Incense of Awareness. And we have also, ooh, I think that will be handy. So we don't have to look for them anymore. We can make them ourselves if someone has herbalism. That's nice. There we go. Can we talk more of him?
Food. Take it up with that bleeding runt by the chantry. I got other gear to sell.
Know any well-paying work in Lothering?
Check the chanter's board by the chantry. There's good jobs there. I don't suppose you know anything about poison.
Poison?
Yes, that's right, poison. I've got some traps around the place. I've heard the poison hurts them beasties just as good as anybody else.
What if some of these refugees triggers your trap?
Well, then those bleeding sad salts should stay off my land, eh? Besides, these days, any folk out at night is more than like to slit your throat. Can you make poison or not?
I have dabbled in such things.
I figured if I kept asking, I'd find someone. I'd pay good coin for some simple poison. Something to slow them beasties down or make them think twice.
Any idea where I could get
Well,
ingredients?
there's herbs in the North Wood. As for other stuff, look around town. Some refugees just left things behind to travel faster. I don't really know what you need, though. I might have some in stock, too.
I think that's it for now. Who here can make poisons?
Yes?
Because I couldn't do it before. Ah, Leliana can. I see. Can we see what we need for it? We need toxin extract and a flask. We have that already. Perhaps we can look around here a bit. Can we talk with Daniel?
You're gonna make more trouble? We've about all we can stand in Lothering now.
I'm sorry about the mess.
They had it coming, and they were trouble enough themselves. So long as you don't start more, I won't get excited. Right then, name's Denal. Sorry I can't chat much. As you see, we've a full house.
Who were those men I fought exactly?
When Loghain marched by, he left those fellas behind to look for Grey Wardens. I suppose that's you.
Yes, it is.
I have no qualm with you, whatever the Tyrn says. My grandfather served. Your secret's safe with me. What can I get you then?
I don't suppose you have any rooms?
Look around. People are sleeping on the floors and in the attic. That's how many rooms I don't have.
Have you heard any rumors?
I hear news from Dinnerham that Loghain has been declared the new regent. It makes sense, his daughter being the queen. Anything else I can get you?
You heard any other rumors?
I hear that Loghain, the regent, is calling for new levies of troops. He wants to rebuild the army we lost at Astagar. Thing is, there's not a lot of spare men to be found. Out of Dragon's Peak, there's press gangs roaming around, grabbing any free man they can lay their hands on. Anything else I can get you?
You heard more?
There's knights from Redcliffe spread all over Ferelden on some kind of mission, but I hear that they're starting to become rare to find. Maybe they all went back to Redcliffe. More likely they got tired of searching for something that can't be found and abandoned their search. I wonder what Earl Eamon is going to do without any knights. Anything else I can get you?
So they're searching everywhere for those, the sacred ashes of Andraste for Earl Eamon. Perhaps maybe we can help them out. You heard any other rumors?
I heard from some travelers that something bad might have happened in Redcliffe, overrun by Darkspawn, maybe. There's no word from the village at all. Merchant friend of mine said he encountered someone fleeing the place and there was nothing waiting for him there but death. He wisely turned around and came right back. Anything else I can get you?
This dude knows everything, so there's something else going on as well in Redcliffe.
I hear the Dwarven King is passed on. Old as he was, he was probably poisoned or assassinated. That's how the dwarves normally go out, isn't it? Anything else I can get you?
So our father died? Then who is king now? Have you heard anything else?
Something's going on at the Mage's Tower at Lake Callanhod.
Ah yeah, we heard about that as well.
Nobody knows exactly what, though, and the Templars aren't saying. Exactly what we need, isn't it? Let's hope the Mages are just cooking up something to deal with the Darkspawn. Somebody should be, after all. Anything else I can get you?
We heard that story from Sir Bryant as well. Heard anything else?
There's a nasty rumour going around that the Grey Wardens are evil and that they worship the Archdemon. They're the ones that caused the Blight.
What?
They were getting upset, see? That there was no use for them anymore, so they summoned up the Archdemon to do their bidding. It would explain a great many things.
Not
Anything else I
really.
can get you?
I'm guessing that's just people making up stories. Heard anything else?
Thank the Maker we didn't lose Loghain at Ostagar. He pulled his troops out just in time, so it said. Without him, we'd be lost. Anything else I can get you?
Because of him, we lost. Heard anything else?
With King Kaelin dead, the throne falls to Queen Anora. She's made her father the regent, however, at least for now. I think Kaelin's
he said that
father,
earlier.
old King Merrick, would have approved. Anything else I can get you?
Heard anything else?
Some folks aren't happy about Loghain being named regent. There are rumours he had something to do with the king's death. Isn't that the most ridiculous thing you ever heard? The Darkspawn killed him, sure enough. If Loghain couldn't save the king from that
technically,
end, then nobody could. Anything else I can get you?
Heard anything else?
I hear from folks traveling the East Roads that there's werewolves in the Brazilian forest. Actual
Werewolves?
They haven't been around since the days of Dane and his ilk. Anything else I can get you?
Heard anything else?
Some hunters who range into the Brazilian forest say that a Dalish clan there has fallen to some kind of sickness. The Blight, most likely, poor sods.
Ooh.
Anything else I can get you?
So they got sick? Heard anything else?
I'm hearing many tales of corpses clawing out of their graves. All over. Not just people either. Animals too. Just yesterday, a farmer told me about the kitten his daughter had buried behind his barn. Little thing came back to life and crawled up, mewling as loud as you please. His daughter was delighted, at least until it just about chewed her finger off.
Ooh.
Strange days, I tell you. Anything else I can get you?
Heard anything else?
Unless he sold the young Orlesian woman
Jesus.
that married Earl Eamon. I hear tell she tried to poison her husband so she could marry his brother, Bantegan. Maker's honest truth. Anything else I can get you?
What? So they're thinking that Earl Eamon's wife poisoned him so she could be with his brother. That's weird.
I hear tell they held a funeral in Denerim for King Caelan. The Grand Cleric called for a full day of mourning, and there was a procession a mile long passing by the brazier. It's too bad they don't have a body to properly burn. What happened to him at the hands of those creatures, it's unthinkable. Anything else I can get you?
Heard anything else?
I heard a strange rumor the other day. King Caelan was not really Merrick's son, you see. Merrick's real son is hidden in the bowels of Denerim's palace and has been since he was born. I suppose they feed him cakes all day to keep him content. Maybe he's simple. Or a mage. Merrick's real son, a mage. Can you imagine? Anything else I can get you?
Any more rumors?
I've heard a lot of stories of
Jesus.
bands of darkspawn roaming the countryside far north of the Kokori wilds. They just seem to appear out of nowhere and disappear just as fast. Anything else I can get you?
I think that's enough for now.
Speed your way.
I think we can talk with him later if he has any more rumors. Ooh, we got elf fruit, nice. And a chest here.
Allow me. I could do that for you.
Ooh, we got firebolts, nice.
I shall do it.
And a barrel. There we go with elf fruit. Ooh. Perhaps. Ah, there's something here as well. Ah, scraping the barrel. My friend, there are numbers of people who pledge to aid the Blackstone irregulars in times of need. Those times are now. Here you will find 3 letters of conscription. Deliver them to the people listed below and return to the irregulars for your payment. Should any of these people refuse, do what you must to get them to honor their oaths. So we have 3 conscripts. We have Durnall Garrison of Redcliffe, Pater Gorich of Lothering, and Fall Burn of Denerim. And then we have Dereliction of Duty. My friend, the irregulars require a trusted agent to track down and deal with deserters. Do this and you will be rewarded. These deserters took with them valuable supplies crucial to the irregulars' future as a supplier of martial services. Deal with these wastes of space as you see fit, and bring the supplies back as proof that the problem has been dealt with. We will ask no questions as to your methods or the final condition of the deserters. Use your own discretion. We can do that. There we go. Let's go out here then. And perhaps we can look around more. Because I think there was another guy out there.
What does a darkspawn look like anyhow? You ever seen one?
Can't say I want to.
You're probably going to see plenty sooner or later.
I say later. Much later.
Can we perhaps talk with her
A
again?
lean harvest and so many mouths to feed.
No, can't talk with her. What about Elder Miriam?
You got a bed for the night. You taken care of.
Are you okay? Actually, I was more hoping I could help you.
Don't need blades right now. We need beds, food, and an end to all these sad sots. I don't suppose you know anything of tonics, medicines, or herbs.
I don't, but my friend does.
Then you may be able to do us a lot of good. All manner of travellers come through, many injured or sick. We do our best, but we're out of supplies. There's medicinal herbs in the woods to the north. If you make a few poultices, I'll scrape together some sort of payment. I'll write all you need to know in this note here.
Oh, we can take care of that. So I have a new quest. We have a poisonous proposition. We have to create a poison for Barlin. The farmer Barlin once placed poisonous traps about his farm to protect it from beasties and other trespassers. He's asked to create a suitable poison for him. 3 flasks of venom should do the trick, and then we have more than just plants, craft poultices. Aldemirion has requested that you use your skill with herbs to craft some lesser health poultices for the injured refugees of Lothering. 3 of these should suffice. Refer to her notes for specifics. Where would the notes be at here?
Allow me. I could do that for you.
Oh no, that's not it, but I think perhaps it is in the codexes here. Ah no, this is from the Blackstone conscription. I will just read that later on, I think. As for now, I just wanted to look around.
Let me get this straight. You were a cloistered sister?
You must have been a brother before you became a Templar, no?
I never actually became a Templar. I was recruited into the Grey Wardens before I took my final vows.
Do you ever regret leaving the Chantry?
No, never. Do you?
Yes. You may not believe it, but I found peace there. The kind of peace I've never known.
It used to get so quiet at the monastery that I would start screaming until one of the brothers came running. I would tell them that I was just checking. You never know, right?
No, I never did anything like that. I enjoyed the quiet.
Suit yourself. The look on their face was always priceless.
Is there anything here, perhaps, that we can talk with anyone? Or find? So far, it does not look like it. Perhaps we can look on our map. There is someone here named Stan. Is it here?
How dare you accuse me of thievery?
Ooh.
I saw you take the supplies from my car. You marsh folk are all thieves and liars.
Enough! People here are already desperate and frightened. They don't need you two coming to blows.
But what about my food?
I said enough!
Can we perhaps talk with them? Ah, no.
You do not seem a refugee. Were you part of the army?
Shockebas.
Ooh.
Arade starit, merade twasit, abana kyun, maras shokra, ananne sam kyun.
He's not talking the common tongue here. Is he something
You are
else?
one of my captors. I have nothing to say that would amuse a dwarf. Leave me in peace.
You are a prisoner? Who put you there?
I'm in a cage, am I not? I've been placed here by the Chantry.
The revered mother said he slaughtered an entire family, even the children.
It is,
Ooh.
as she says. I am Sten of the Beresad, the vanguard of the Kunari peoples.
Kunari?
If you haven't heard of us, that is your own shortcoming. Though it matters little now. I will die soon enough.
Why?
Is a proud and powerful creature trapped as prey for the Darkspawn. If you cannot see a use for him, I suggest releasing him for mercy's sake alone.
Mercy? I wouldn't have expected that from you.
I would also suggest that Alistair take his place in the cage.
Yes, that's what I would have expected.
I suggest you leave me to my fate.
What did you do to end up in here?
I have been convicted of murder. Have the
Ooh.
villagers not spoken of this?
Who did you murder?
The people of a farmhold. 8 humans, in addition to the children.
That's horrible.
I agree.
How long have you been here?
20 days now. I shouldn't last much longer, another week at most.
That's a long time to live without food or water.
Compared to your kind, maybe.
Ah, so he's different then. So is it like a whole other race? So you have Qunari, elves, dwarves, and humans? Capturing you must have been difficult then.
There is no difficulty in capturing prey that surrenders.
Oh, so you didn't resist capture?
I waited for several days until the knights arrived.
Why?
Because I wished to.
Oh. Aren't you interested in seeking atonement?
Death will be my atonement.
So you would prefer to die?
I would prefer to die in battle, but my choices have been made.
You could help me defend the land against the Blight.
The Blight? Are you a Grey Warden, then?
Yes, I am.
Surprising. My people have heard legends of the Grey Warden's strength and skill. Though I suppose not every legend is true.
Would the revered mother let you free?
Perhaps if you told her the Grey Wardens need my assistance. It seems as likely to bring my death as waiting here.
I'll leave you for now.
Farewell, then.
To be left here to starve? Or to be taken by the Darkspawn? No one deserves that. Not even a murderer.
Perhaps we can get him with us then. If it all depends on the revered mother, that is, though. But I think I'll leave this episode here. I think I'll go back first and go talk with the revered mother, see what we can do with Stan here. I think that's his name. I'm not sure. And then perhaps we can check out some of these missions here and like take care of the bandits that are here, but also make poison, craft the poultices for the elder, and help Stan out. So see you guys then. Bye.